Welcome to the world of untouchable wealth, royal privilege, and understated glamour. He's a trained military pilot with 3.1 million Instagram followers. She's an entrepreneur with elegance and mystery. Together, Prince Mateen and Princess Anisha Rosnah of Brunei are the ultimate Gen Z royals, living a life most of us can only imagine. From diamond-studded ceremonies to Ferrari getaways, from palaces with private airports to fashion that whispers power, this is the real story behind their billionaire lifestyle. The billion-dollar prince. Let's start with the prince himself, Abdul Mateen Ibn Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah. He's the 10th child of the Sultan of Brunei, and his estimated family wealth? A jaw-dropping $28 billion, according to Forbes. Mateen is no passive royal. He trained at Sandhurst, earned his Green Beret, and flies military-grade helicopters. He's the royal you'd expect in a James Bond reboot. If Bond wore tailored baju Malayu and posted thirst traps from palace gyms, he owns luxury watches worth more than your house, casually drives Ferraris, and commands a military helicopter like it's a Vespa. And yet, he's surprisingly chill, reserved, loyal to tradition, and totally obsessed with Polo and his dogs. The princess nobody saw coming. Then came Anisha Rosnah Iza Kalebic, half Bruneian, half Croatian, and now fully royal. Her background? Quietly elite. Her grandfather, Peyhin Dato Isa, was the Sultan's top advisor. Her mother, Siti Mariam Isa, is from Brunei nobility. Her father, a Croatian businessman once known as Ivica Kalebic, is now Adam bin Abdullah. But Anisha is no socialite for hire. She's a graduate of the University of Bath, speaks multiple languages, and co-founded Silk Collective, a fashion brand inspired by modest, luxurious aesthetics. She also ran a travel startup called Authenterary, offering curated cultural experiences before royal life took over. Her style? Minimalist power. Her vibe? Low-profile confidence. And her appeal? The perfect mix of East and West, modern and royal, a wedding fit for an empire. When Mateen and Anisha married in January 2024, Brunei practically paused. The wedding lasted 10 full days, included multiple palatial ceremonies, and had over 5,000 guests. It began with a Khatam Quran ceremony, where Anisha wore a custom Tay Firdaus gown, all white, sparkling with crystals and paired with a flawless hijab. Then came the Mandi Berbadak, a traditional powdering ceremony, followed by the Grand Bersanding, the royal reception. On the final day, they rode through the capital in a vintage Rolls-Royce, with Mateen in full military regalia and Anisha gleaming in diamonds and traditional songket. A 17-gun salute thundered behind them, watched by dignitaries from Jordan, Malaysia, and the UK. Their net worth, privileges, and palaces. Now let's talk money. Mateen's family's estimated wealth includes Istana Nurul Iman, the largest residential palace on Earth. 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, 5 swimming pools, its own airport hangar, a fleet of Rolls-Royces, Ferraris, and Bentleys, including models plated with 24-karat gold. Multiple private jets, including a Boeing 747 and several Airbus aircraft, all custom-decked in luxury interiors. Yachts and private islands unknown to the public, rumored to be used by the couple for quiet escapes. Princess Anisha now has access to millions in personal security, a wardrobe worth 6 figures, and a palace wing of her own. Fashion that whispers power. Anisha doesn't do flashy, she does polished, quiet luxury. From the moment her engagement was announced, fashion watchers noticed her styling. At polo matches, Hermès sandals, FP Journée watch, linen tailoring. At wedding ceremonies, custom Tay Firdaus, handcrafted traditional textiles. On private getaways, soft neutrals, high collars, expensive simplicity. Mateen, meanwhile, loves military tailoring, bespoke Malay formal wear, and designer shades. His go-to aesthetic? Tough but royal. Together they make power dressing look effortless. They're more clean wealth than old money drama. Think rich, discreet, and jet-ready. Getaways and secret escapes. They don't travel like us. Spring 2025, they posted from a luxury getaway in Venice, Italy. April 2025, spotted in London attending a football match and walking in the countryside. Countryside Ferrari drive. Mateen behind the wheel, Anisha in shades and boots. Life lately Instagram post, a carefully curated photo dump. Hiking trails, quiet smiles, no captions needed. Rumor has it they retreat to family-owned private islands, with staff-only access and no digital footprint. Their holidays aren't for showing off, they're for disappearing, a luxury only real royalty can afford. The royal routine. Inside the palace, their lives are a blend of ceremony and silence. Daily routines include morning prayers, followed by strategy briefings for Mateen's military role, afternoon polo practice or gym sessions, evening family dinners hosted at Istana Nurul Iman's state dining rooms, private art viewings, charity planning, and preparing for diplomatic visits. Anisha, now a working royal, is expected to support women's empowerment, education, and possibly revive her fashion work under royal patronage. Mateen may eventually take on more international diplomacy, representing Brunei at ASEAN summits and global forums. But beneath all the marble halls and diamond tiaras, it's their shared values that seem to anchor them. A quiet sense of duty, a mutual respect for culture, and a promise to each other and their country to carry the weight of royalty with grace. They're not just living a dream life, they're redefining what royalty means in a globalized digital age. For all the opulence, what truly sets them apart is their restraint. They know when to appear and when to disappear, when to dazzle and when to simply observe. Their public life is curated but never artificial. Their private life, carefully guarded and fiercely respected. In a world that chases attention, they've mastered the art of presence without performance. They walk red carpets and royal halls with the same calm assurance. Never loud, never lost, always in control. Together, Mateen and Anisha aren't just symbols of wealth. They're quiet power in its purest form. They're young, they're royal, and they're rewriting what it means to live like billionaires, quietly, gracefully, and with purpose. Mateen and Anisha are a new kind of power couple. They don't flaunt wealth, they live it, through tradition, style, and discretion. So while the world obsesses over glitz and paparazzi scandals, the Prince of Brunei and his princess are flying above it all, in a helicopter, of course. Subscribe for more behind the palace stories, royal exposés, and luxury lives revealed.